What if success isn't about working harder? What if the people you admire most aren't more talented than you? What if the biggest difference between winners and everyone else comes down to a few small habits repeated every day? Most people spend their lives waiting for a breakthrough, a better opportunity, a better job, a better year. But according to Atomic Habits, real transformation doesn't happen overnight. It happens through small actions that seem insignificant today but become life-changing tomorrow. This book has helped millions of people improve their health, finances, productivity, and confidence. And today, you'll discover why. Let's begin. Why small habits create big results. Most people overestimate what they can achieve in a month and underestimate what they can achieve in a year. Think about it. Going to the gym once won't make you fit. Reading 10 pages won't make you an expert. Saving $20 won't make you rich. Because the results are invisible at first. But that's exactly how success works. Success is never built in a single day. It's built through small actions repeated consistently over time. Imagine an airplane leaving Los Angeles. If the pilot changes the direction by just a few degrees, passengers won't notice anything. But hours later, the plane will land in a completely different city. That's how habits work. Small choices may seem unimportant today, but they determine where you'll end up in the future. Every habit is like a vote for the person you want to become. Every workout is a vote for becoming healthier. Every book you read is a vote for becoming smarter. Every disciplined decision is a vote for becoming stronger. Your future isn't created by one big decision. It's created by thousands of small ones. One idea worth thinking about. Many people spend years searching for an extra source of income, yet they never learn how digital products work. A digital product can be created once and sold repeatedly without needing inventory or shipping. If that sounds interesting to you, there's a guide in the bio that explains the process step by step and shows how beginners can get started. Now let's continue. One of the most powerful concepts in this book is something called the plateau of latent potential. In simple words, progress is often invisible. When people start a new habit, they expect immediate results. They go to the gym for 2 weeks. Nothing happens. They start reading every day. Nothing seems different. They begin learning a new skill. Still no major results. So they quit. Not because the habit doesn't work, but because they can't see the progress yet. Imagine holding an ice cube in a cold room. The temperature rises from 25 degrees to 26. Nothing happens. Nothing happens. Still nothing. Still nothing. Still nothing. Then suddenly at 32 degrees the ice begins to melt. Most people think the change happened instantly, but the truth is that every degree mattered. The transformation was happening beneath the surface. The same thing happens with habits. The results are accumulating long before they become visible. That's why successful people continue, even when they don't see immediate rewards. They trust the process. Another mistake people make is focusing only on goals. Everyone has goals. Athletes want championships. Business owners want more money. Students want better grades. But having a goal doesn't guarantee success. The difference comes from the systems you follow every day. Goals tell you what you want. Systems tell you how you'll get there. A goal is losing weight. A system is exercising consistently. A goal is writing a book. A system is writing every day. A goal is becoming wealthy. A system is learning, saving, investing, and improving your skills. The quality of your life is determined by the quality of your systems. Not your wishes, not your dreams, not even your goals. Your habits shape your identity, and your identity shapes your future. The question is simple. What kind of person are your daily habits creating? Atomic Habits, Part 2. The third law of behavior change is simple. Make it easy. Most people think they need more motivation, but what they really need is less friction. Human beings naturally move toward the option that requires the least effort. That's why it's easier to sit on the couch than go to the gym. It's easier to watch videos than read a book. It's easier to scroll social media than work on your goals. James Clear explains that successful people don't necessarily have more discipline. They simply make good habits easier to perform. Want to read more? Put a book on your pillow. Want to exercise? Prepare your workout clothes the night before. Want to eat healthier? Place healthy food where you can easily see it. The less effort required, the more likely you'll follow through. One of the most powerful concepts in the book is the 2-minute rule. When starting a new habit, reduce it to less than 2 minutes. Instead of saying, I'm going to read for an hour, say, I'm going to read 1 page. Instead of, I'm going to run 5 miles, say, I'm going to put on my running shoes. Instead of, I'm going to meditate for 30 minutes, say, I'm going to sit quietly for 2 minutes. Why? Because showing up is more important than being perfect. Anyone can read 1 page. Anyone can do 2 minutes. Anyone can take the first step. And once you start, continuing becomes much easier. The goal is not to master the habit on day 1. The goal is to become the type of person who never misses it. Every expert was once a beginner. Every successful entrepreneur once made their first sale. Every great athlete once completed their first workout. Small beginnings create extraordinary endings. Now let's move to the 4th and final law. Make it satisfying. The human brain repeats what feels rewarding. If a habit feels good, you'll do it again. If it feels painful, you'll avoid it. The challenge is that good habits often provide delayed rewards. Exercise hurts today but helps you later. Saving money feels difficult today but benefits you later. Learning a skill requires effort now but creates opportunities in the future. Bad habits are the opposite. They feel good immediately, but the consequences arrive later. That's why so many people struggle. They're choosing immediate pleasure over long-term success. James Clear suggests creating immediate rewards for good habits. Track your progress. Mark an X on a calendar. Use a habit tracker. Celebrate consistency. Make yourself feel successful every time you complete the habit. Never underestimate the power of seeing progress. People who track their habits are often more likely to maintain them, because progress becomes visible, and visible progress creates motivation. One final idea may be the most important lesson in the entire book. Never miss twice. Everyone makes mistakes. Everyone skips a workout. Everyone has bad days. Everyone loses focus. The difference is what happens next. Successful people don't avoid failure. They recover from it quickly. Missing once is an accident. Missing twice is the beginning of a new habit. If you fall off track, return immediately. Don't wait for Monday. Don't wait for next month. Start again today. Every day is a new vote for the person you want to become. Atomic Habits, final part. The truth is that lasting success is not built on motivation. It is built on identity. Most people focus on outcomes. They say, I want to lose weight. I want to become rich. I want to be successful. But James Clear argues that real transformation happens when you focus on who you want to become. Instead of saying, I want to run a marathon, start saying, I am a runner. Instead of saying, I want to read more books, say, I am a reader. Instead of saying, I want to build a business, say, I am an entrepreneur. Every action you take becomes evidence for that identity. Every workout proves you're a healthy person. Every page you read proves you're a learner. Every disciplined choice proves you're becoming stronger. This is why habits matter so much. You're not just changing what you do, you're changing who you are. And once your identity changes, your behavior begins to follow naturally. Most people wait for success before believing in themselves. But successful people believe in the process before the results appear. They trust the habit. They trust the system. They trust the small actions. And eventually, the results arrive. Think about where you'll be 1 year from now. If you improve by only a small amount every day, how much stronger could you become? How much smarter? How much wealthier? How much more confident? The future version of you is being created right now. Not tomorrow. Not next week. Today. With every choice you make. With every habit you repeat. With every action you take. Atomic Habits teaches us that greatness is not something extraordinary people do. Greatness is the result of ordinary. People doing ordinary things consistently. For a long time. The secret isn't making one massive change. The secret is making tiny changes and refusing to stop. Key lessons from the book. Small habits create massive long-term results. Focus on systems, not goals. Make good habits obvious. Make good habits attractive. Make good habits easy. Make good habits satisfying. Never miss twice. Every habit is a vote for the person you want to become. Consistency beats motivation. Tiny improvements compound into extraordinary outcomes. Final advice. Do not try to change your entire life this week. Choose one small habit. Make it so easy that failure becomes difficult. Repeat it every day. Then let time do the heavy lifting. The people who win in life are rarely the fastest. They are usually the most consistent. And consistency starts with the next small action you take.